Right, welcome to another review. This is a spoiler warning before I get into the review, so you've been warned. Okay, so this is a review on Genshin Impact. Now, I never wanted to get into Genshin Impact. I saw the game and I saw the trailers and I just thought, hey, it's going to be another little shitty game. And I was very much wrong. I enjoyed Genshin a lot. My partner, at the moment, who is my partner, got me into it and spoke me into it. And the multiplayer's good, the story's good, everything's good. The characters are good as well. I use Jean a lot and I used to use Sucros a lot. This is a different type of play as well, because we're going to have my voice overlaid on it instead of shoved in via gameplay. So it's a very cinematic game. Like you're seeing at the moment in the background, you're seeing one of the most recent cutscenes. And it's a very cinematic based game, and that's what I like about it. It's a open world adventure game, and they do really well at it as an open world adventure game, but there is also a story, and throughout the story there's like multiple chapters, and throughout the chapters you understand the story a bit more, and you understand slowly what's actually going on. And then each chapter ends, and by the end of it you understand fully what's going on there, and then there's little side quests. The side quests don't give you cutscenes, the side quests just kind of exist, but there's cool characters as well, like Purple Head and Samurai. They're both playable characters. You start off from the world very unknown on what's going on, and you start off as the blonde girl with a floating fairy and thing. I hate her. That's Paimon. Paimon is a floaty thing and I hate her. But you start off with that, and then you meet Amber, and then you meet Lisa, and you meet Kaya, and you go on and meet different characters. And then throughout the game you unlock a currency, and once you have that currency you can unlock more characters like Jean, Bale, Kokomi when she comes out, which will be probably next month I think, Sarah, Suckers. There's a whole list of characters. I can't remember how many characters there are. But there's a lot of different bosses as well. There's like world bosses, which aren't story bosses, and they aren't tied to the story, but they will give you more stuff to be able to level up your characters, because each character has a leveling up tree, which you then have to get materials to ascend that character onto the next level. So it's 20, 20, 10, 10, 10, 10, and it keeps going up in tens after that. That's just for leveling. And so basically you do the 20 levels and you do another 20 levels, and then when you ascend you do 10 levels, and then you ascend again and you do another 10. And there's all that, and each time you raise a damage. And there's also adventure rank, which gives you, it can give you, when you level up your adventure rank, more wishes, which is the way to get characters. It's a good story, and I do like that each place has a different story. We've got Mondstadt, we've got Liyue, and we've got Inazuma. At the moment my favourite ending must be Inazuma, which is the latest one. Then it'll be Liyue, then it'll be Mondstadt. But I respect where they're going. They have... Oh, it's got better. Mondstadt was a very simple ending, and then Liyue was more of a complex ending. The ending was a Kraken basically trying to destroy the city, which is pretty cool. And then we've got Mondstadt and Inazuma, which we've got the raiding Shogun, and the final thing is having a fight with her to the death. Well, not to the death, but to the point of weakness where you can't confirm. And I think what I like about that is that we've already fought the Raiden Shogun. We fought the Raiden a while ago, but she won because they shown how powerful she was, and there was no way of actually killing her. This time round though, you have trained a lot and you've got better, and you go in and you defeat her, which I think is a good way showing off the character as an undefeatable boss. I've always liked it. They did it in Devil May Cry 5. The first ever boss you face is undefeatable. Well, that one's not. You can defeat it, but it takes up a lot, and you get a trophy for it. But I think showing off the boss, how powerful the boss is as an undefeatable boss, which kills you anyway, no matter what happens, is a really good way to show how powerful that boss is and how dangerous she is going to be. And then being able to work a lot on your character and go through the story more, and I don't know how much later it is, but it seems quite a bit later. It doesn't seem like the day after, because there's a part of the quest which is like one of the monk kind of things. I don't know what she is, but the pink-haired woman is telling the Raiden Shogun's like master of arms to come back in 3 days and we can prove stuff. And then you do the chapter, and the part of that chapter takes like an hour at most, and you come back and they say, well, it's been 3 days and we've all seemed to kept our part of the bargain. So that hour was actually 3 days. So I don't know how much time it takes over, but it takes over some time. But you can now see at the moment my fight with the Raiden Shogun, I think the second time round, where you can see there's a lot more to it. Like, we are actually getting her down. I also have Jean, which is a 5-star. That's kind of a way that I've gone here. But yeah, there's that, and then there's then you can get chests as well, which chests just give you basic materials like weapon leveling up. There's Sarah, there's the archer I was talking about. Chests just give you basic leveling up materials, like to level up your character and to level up your weapons, because you can get different weapons and you have to level them up, and each leveling will do more damage, etc. And yeah, there's dungeons which will give you artifacts, which are kind of relic type things, which give you extra bonuses. So like, gives you an extra damage percent or more, plus damage, or plus crit rate, or plus health, etc. And then also you can do the dungeons and get like leveling up materials. I also like that we are now in the final chapter of Inazuma, and a lot of people haven't finished it. But as you can see in the cutscene now, we've already seen Sarah, and we're about to see Kokomi, which comes out when I'm recording this next month, as a playable character which you can unlock. So I like it how they show off the characters as well before they unlock them as playable characters. So that means that they show off the characters and we get to see them as a character, and it's not like we're seeing them as a character and then never getting them and we're just getting some random person. Like, there's Beidou. Beidou's amazing, but they have their like updates which bring them out, and normally you see them before they bring them out. Like Kaya and Amber and all that lot showing up in the trailers for the game, and then they were playable characters from the offset. The game is quite good. Let's just finish this cutscene and then I'll go into the rating. I really enjoy it, and I thank my at time of recording partner for getting me into this. Right, there's Beowulf, and we're going into the cutscene of the first fight. So let's talk about rating. Overall gameplay, the game style is an open world MMORPG multiplayer online game. It's a role-playing game. I think it does that really well. there is an online aspect. I don't. My one grumble is that there are quests you can do inside of a game which are solo locked, which kind of get annoying because I can't play with the people I want to play with because of solo lock. But I've emailed them and they won't do anything about it. So that's with online. But we'll go with a 8 because they can improve that. They can get rid of those solo lock missions. The story missions I understand are solo lock because you have to be able to do that on yourself. But I think there's little missions on the side like Trials of TNQ should be TNQ or whatever. It should be like multiplayer because it gets, if you get the game to play with your friends, you're stuck. Let's go with gameplay, just general gameplay. Let's go with a 9. I really like it. Game overall, again, this is going to be a bit of a biased one, and it's because I really do like the game. And I mean, it's not really biased, this is my personal rating. I'm going to go with, overall, I'm going to go with a 10. It's one of the only games I've rated a 10, but it's getting on the 10 list. Characters, because we'll rate those as well. The characters are well rounded. I haven't seen any characters which are a definite copy and replacement of another one. So we're going to go with a 9. Update frequency, that's quite frequent from what I've seen, so we'll go with a 9. It's an enjoyable game. I do suggest it. If you ever get the time, it's free. If you get the time, download it, play it. You don't even have to buy stuff. There is a free to play aspect. You can just sit there and not spend any money on it. I do suggest getting it if you have the opportunity and you like open world multiplayer RPG games, then give it a shot. I mean, never hurts to try. If you don't like it, then not your piece of cake, but if you like it, then you found a new game to play. Let's talk a bit about upcoming stuff. So we have got upcoming some streams of Resident Evil. We've got, I want to do another montage of GTA, I just need to get back into GTA. We've got quite a bit coming up. We have got best of coming up as well, best of the year. So stay safe, hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you next video.